Hi, I'm Bowditch. I'm a hypnotherapist and an energy therapist, and my day-to-day job is helping people with all sorts of challenges, anxiety, depression, confidence issues, pretty much anything which is mind and mind-body related. So I just want to help people who are out there struggling to get their head around the coronavirus and all of the fear that there is about this and all of the confusion. Every time now I read something else, it seems to conflict with something else. So I think it's quite good to just bring back the calmness, and that's what I'm hoping to achieve. So there are a number of issues related to coronavirus in terms of where our mind goes and our worries and concerns. I'm going to deal with this in a few short videos so that you can pick and choose what feels right for you. The first thing I'm going to do though is to run through the EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, which helps you to literally release those emotions from your mind and your body, and just going to run through the points for that. It's basically very similar to acupuncture in that we use the meridian points, but we just use fingertips and no needles. So the first point is known as the karate chop point, which is on the side of the hand, and I just tend to tap with all 4 fingers, tapping very lightly. You certainly shouldn't feel any discomfort there. Then I move on to the top of the head, and on the top, but just a little bit further back, I use a flat hand and just tap there. Then 2 fingers where the eyebrow starts, then follow the eye socket to the side, under the eye, under the nose, on the indent under the lip, under the collarbone, under the arm. We tend to say for guys in line with the nipple, and for women where the bra strap is. And then just on the hand points, a lot of practitioners don't use these, but I'm probably going to use these today alongside the nails from the thumb onto the fingers. So just literally on the side of the nails there. It's probably the one place where people tend to go a little bit wrong usually. And those are the points. And I tend to tap for as long as it takes me to say the phrase. So tap along with me. If it resonates with you, feel free to use your own wording. If you just go with what you're thinking and what you're feeling, you do just great. So let's go with the first one. Okay, great. So now we're going to run through the general anxieties about getting ill, which I think is for some people a very strong one, particularly those with weaker immune systems, or maybe those who are in any other vulnerable bracket. So let's make a start with this. Onto the karate chop point. Even though I'm anxious about getting ill, I choose to let it go. Even though I'm anxious about getting ill, I give myself permission to let it go. Even though I'm anxious about getting ill, I'm ready to let it go. Anxious about getting ill. These butterflies in my chest, or go with any other feelings you're getting. Normally when we have emotion, we feel it somewhere. So if it's in your stomach, your chest, wherever, just go with that. This tension in my neck, feeling anxious about getting ill, not being able to work, not being able to function, what that illness leads to, feeling anxious about getting ill, worried about the symptoms, how I'm going to feel, how quickly I'm going to recover, feeling anxious about getting ill, butterflies in my chest, or again, whatever feelings you have. Take a deep breath, and if you have a sip of water, that would be great too. This just helps to clear through any emotion and help with the deeper healing. So that's the first round of tapping. What you can do if you want to be a little bit more prescriptive is to see what the intensity is. So you can start off by checking out of 10 how strong that anxiety is. So 0 would be no anxiety, 10 high. And then the aim is to bring that score as far down as you possibly can. So let's assume you're a 6. You may have specific thoughts or feelings, and you can just go through again. So let's just go through another round of that, just to give you a little bit more practice, and then maybe you can adapt it a little bit to use yourself. So here we go. Even though I feel anxious about getting coronavirus, I choose to let it go. Even though I feel anxious about getting ill, I'm empowered to let it go. Even though I feel anxious about getting ill, I'm ready to let it go. These butterflies in my chest, or again, whatever feelings you might have. Worries about work. Worries about how quickly I'll recover. Worries about other people. Anxious about getting ill. Worried about my immune system, how well I'll recover. These anxiety feelings. Butterflies in my chest. Worried about getting ill. Anxious about getting ill. Anxious about coronavirus. Anxious about coronavirus. Take a deep breath. And again, a sip of water. And that's 2 basic rounds of tapping. Check in with your score if you are scoring to see that emotion come down. It might seem strange sometimes to focus on what it is that you don't want in terms of the tapping and the phrases, but this is about clearing that underlying emotion. EFT is a really strong and powerful technique. So I hope that helps. There's going to be more videos lined up, so feel free to tap into some. I'm also using what I refer to as positive tapping, and if the tapping we've just done doesn't feel quite right for you, I am finding that my clients are really liking the positive tapping as well. So please give that a go, and there's a few other themes on this subject. So I'm Bowditch. My website is hypnotherapy.gg. I'm also author of a book called The Energy of Anxiety, and there's a website for that with lots of information on there, and that's energyofanxiety.com. So thank you for listening. I hope you found this helpful, and feel free to wing me a message on something like Twitter, which is Guernsey Hypno, or via one of my pages on Facebook, and I will try and answer as many as I can.